That reminds me, today in the morning, I saw a post by the Kirinyaga Women Rep on Twitter. I want to read it to you. Perhaps you might know what she's talking about. The first statement she says is, why is the international community quiet about it, yet they have intelligence reports of what's going on in Rift Valley? Flagged strange arms deals etc. Night meeting sponsored by Oscar Sudi and co. Why is the government arming a militia in Mount Kenya? How much can you hate a tribe? That's the first statement. And the second statement, she says, 3 MPs from a certain community have blatantly told me that they will finish Kikuyus. Yet there are people from Mount Kenya who sit pretty and make uncomfortable gestures or are completely ignorant of those discussions because they are in government and eating life with a big spoon.
Yeah. That is where who is pulling the strings? The question was there. Who is this pulling the strings and why at this time? When I had a crusade in Eldoret, I happened to meet some people and I discovered people from Uganda are being registered, brought to Kenya. Yes, people from Uganda are so much, and that's why you see there is a confidence akina Sudi wako nayo that RUTO must go beyond 5 years. And in fact, it's not 5 years they are talking about. They are talking over 10 years, over 14 years. Their plan, initial plan as you are talking now, is 14 years. That's the initial plan they have. Now, there is, you go to the immigration, there is a lot of registration people from our neighboring countries, from Somalia, from Ethiopia, from Uganda. A lot of people are being registered. Now, why is it that when something happens in other parts of the country, the entire community, the international community will come and say this is human rights violation? But when it comes to the Kikuyu community, nobody is talking about it. True to the matter, there is a group somewhere planning blatantly to make sure that the Kikuyus are eliminated. Who is behind it? Why are they not fearing? Is it not what kind of a language can I use on this? If it were any other, if it were Kikuyu doing this, could it not be treated as a mass planning against humanity for mass deportation of people, mass removal? Just like the argument that was with the ICC. Why is ICC not commenting on this? Why international community, the ambassadors, the American ambassador, the whatever ambassador, why are they not talking about this? Why is there no discussion? Why will they lift at Mungiki in the name of NJENGA to fight GACHAGUA? Don't you see there is a plan for one to hurt another one so that one can be accused? Then there will be an uproar against NJENGA and his people. Then they will say Kikuyus are fighting, Kikuyus are eating one another. Therefore, we have to come in as a government and crush them. What? I'm thinking loudly. The planners, you see, like the other day, you see the CJ, they have said, oh, the bench to be removed, but the actual person who is being targeted is a CJ, because he's from Mount Kenya. That's number one. I know people will make some noises. Then it was the abduction. People are being abducted. Then Kanja was asked, who is abducting? Produce these people. The court was, the court gave orders to Kanja and not the IG of the police. If you read the statement from the court, it was not the IG of the police, but Kanja. They went straight to his name.
The individual now.
An individual. They never dealt with the IG.
Not the office.
Not the office. They were dealing with the Kanja himself. What was the motivation? Because this is a man in office. So the question is, should have been directed to the office, not the man in the office. But now it turned out it is Kanja, and a court order was issued. The police, Kanja, then his names were read, so that he will not be able to send somebody else, the police lawyer, to go and represent, because it is not about the police, it's about the Kanja. Could it be a plan to remove him from the force because he comes from the same village with GACHAGUA?
They come from the same village?
Same village. Same village.
Okay.
So could it be people that belong to where GACHAGUA comes from will be targeted so that they will be punished because GACHAGUA is doing politics? I'm just thinking loudly. I'm not saying it. That's my thought. That's my thinking. I'm just thinking loudly, asking myself questions. Because this factor ya Mungiki kukua and nobody is complaining. You know, RUTO, sometimes they harassed RUTO when he went to Laikipia when he was campaigning. And you know, RUTO is that one man who does not forgive, not forget. Could he be using MAINA to get into a trap so that he can punish him the way he could have wanted to punish him? I'm just thinking loudly. It's just a question. Could it MAINA is being anataka kuguzishwa handball ndio penalty patikane?
Okay.
Because why will you are there last week? Who funded your meeting? Who funded your meeting? Who funded all these people who are transported from all parts of the country to be in that meeting because they were funded? Money came out. And who produced the money? And what was the intention of the money being produced? Then two weeks later, you are back the same place. It's as if they never had you. Now they want you.
So you believe MAINA is being sponsored by somebody?
There is somebody who's pulling strings. And there could be two reasons. They either targeting MAINA, they want to make him look dirty. So when they will start fighting him, everybody will be supporting. That is one thought. Another thought, could they be planning to eliminate one of them, GACHAGUA or MAINA, so that one can be blamed on the other one? Could they be planning to arrest GACHAGUA so that when there will be a revolution, they will use Gikuyu members of community to contain their fellow Gikuyu members of the community? Because at the point now, there's too much hate for MAINA. Everybody's
true. I noticed that on Twitter.
Yes, too much hate. Could it be they are preparing an army that will come and fight you because you hate them? Are you seeing what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Could it MAINA is being prepared that he will be hated so much when the attack will come, when the people will say, no, MAINA, we are not going to contain this, then MAINA will react with his army, and then the planners, the string pullers will push him, finance him, and give him some incentive power. Go and swaga watu, we are protecting you. Then after he does that, they come for his head. And then you'll have killed two birds with one stone.
You want to say MAINA is being used?
100% is being used. How and for what is that's ndio sijui. Lakini kwa kutumika sasa is being used by people he does not understand, the people he does not see, the people who he is not associated with directly, but people who sat somewhere, organized for something to attack MAINA. At the end of the day, MAINA will be attacked. MAINA will be contained in a very bad way, in a very brutal way. Look now. Did you hear the statement ya Uhuru?
Nilisikia.
Akaambia kina Ngena, muzikae hapa, vitu zenu zikichukuliwa. Ngena ako na vitu gani? Nyinyi Gen Z, mmemangana what you've had found. Yani had what?
Vile vitu mmepigania.
Hard and
whatever.
Your sweat. Which sweat does Ngena have? Ndio aambiwa akapiganie. Anaenda kupigania nini? Ndio jinsi ambiwa iamuke mpiganie vitu gani? Jinsi ako na account gani apart from Hustler Fund? Na sisi tuko nini? Nyuma yenu. Is this another dog that is being prepared? While we have another dog here that is already prepared.
Apostle, hii syllabus umepeleka haraka. No, nataka tuhando kwanza na Maina Njenga hapo kidogo. So, what do you perceive will be the outcome of Maina Njenga's, movement in central Kenya?
The ultimate is that people will rise up against Maina Njenga. And if you be known to have been associated with Maina Njenga anywhere in the country, you'll be chased by Raia. So this Mungi case, or the Raia, the followers, because Maina says there's no Mungiki, the followers and their known followers in the villages, people rise up against them. Like what happened in Kirinyaga, where the Mungiki members were slaughtered because of what happened in Othaya and Kirinyaga. So what will happen is that tension will be too much. And people will be pissed up with Maina Njenga, and it will reach a time they will say enough is enough, and they will take law into their hands, and all supporters of Maina will be crushed across the nation, wherever they are. Now, the perpetrators, the organizers, the operators behind the scene will call Maina and tell Maina, we are behind you. Don't allow anybody to distort you. Do you know what? You are the next president. You are the king of the Gikuyu. So do not allow GACHAGUA to distort you. Do not allow anybody to delay the miracle that is in you. Then you will come strongly. What will happen? The same perpetrators will plant people. Will go to somewhere like Muranga, Kiambu, and several people will be slaughtered. And it will be blamed on Maina Njenga or be blamed on GACHAGUA. Then either Kikuyus will be slaughtered, they will say, hawa walikuwa wafuasi wa Maina Njenga, nani amewaua? Ni GACHAGUA. Then GACHAGUA will be arrested, abducted, or whatever that's happening, then they'll keep him. Because all that they want is to make sure that Mount Kenya is fragmented.